Hey y'all, tonight I am making a pot roast, a beef chuck uh, roast, a boneless one. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put some Worcestershire and some seasonings on it, and then I'm gonna get some oil in my Instant Pot. I'm making an Instant Pot tonight because it's just like a cheat, and it'll take like an hour, about an hour and a half total cook time for it to be in the Instant Pot. So I don't want to wait 8 hours to eat. So Instant Pot tonight it is. Sometimes I do slow cooker, but I do love my Instant Pot because it is just a quick way to get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and sear both sides, and then once I get that done, I will add in the vegetables and all the liquids, and it will be cooked down all together in one setting in it'll be about an hour and a half total cook time, like I said. But I will show you guys every steps on the way of doing this. Alright, I coated it in some Worcestershire sauce, and then now I'm just going to go about and season the first side, and then I'll flip it and do the other side the exact same. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of everything that I got going on here. Some garlic. Some pepper. Some seasoned salt. And I just like ranch seasoning. It's one of my favorites. Y'all will come to notice this. It is just one of my favorites. It's a good seasoning. So just a little bit of that one too. And I'm going to take and rub this in, and then I'll do the other side. Alright, I got my roast out. This is just the seasonings and stuff that are stuck in the bottom. I am adding some red cooking wine to kind of cook these onions just a little bit that I just added in, and get that bottom to kind of come up a little bit so that all of the seasonings can be in there properly. Add just a little bit more. You see how it brings all that stuff up. You just kind of deglaze the bottom of your pan when you saute your or sear your roast. It helps to bring all that flavor into the broth, like so. Just kind of let that cook for just a second, and then I've got my roast all seared on both sides, and then I'm going to assemble it back in there with all of the veggies and the roast. And I'm going to add in some beef broth. Well, I'm using bouillon cubes, and I'm going to add in cream of mushroom soup, just to give it more of a creamy flavor to the, I like to make like it's kind of like gravy for it, to eat with my roast and my veggies. But I'll show you what it looks like when it's all put together before I start it, and then I will show y'all what it looks like when it is all done. Okay y'all, I put back the roast in here. I have the onions in the bottom with the deglazed red wine vinegar, cooked down, and then I put in carrots and potatoes and celery and more of the seasonings I used for the roast, along with, as well as I add some salt. And then I'm going to pour 3 cups of beef broth in there. Also, it is 15 minutes per pound for beef in this, so like beef roast or beef ribs or short ribs or beef oxtails or anything like that. Everything is 15 minutes per pound in this for beef. Every meat is different timings, like chicken's like 6 minutes per pound, and I think pork is 10 minutes per pound, but beef is like 15 to 20 depending, but I always just go with 15. And then with the veggies too, so like it was about a 3.2 pound roast, so I'm going to cook all of this together for a total of an hour, but the pressurization and the part where I let it sit and I let it depressurize and kind of just soak it all in, I will let that happen for another like 15 to 20 minutes once it's done. So that's why I say it's going to take about an hour and a half. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done, but here we go. I'm going to be putting the lid on this and starting it. So see y'all back in about an hour and a half. Here is the finished product. Look how tender my meat is, and look how tender the carrots and the potatoes are. So I'm gonna get myself just a little bit more meat here, and I'm just kind of just pulling at it because it is so tender. And that is one of the ways I make pot roast. Hope y'all have a good rest of your night. Bye.